Faith without deeds is worthless.
High momentum.
I'll paint your death in colors.
If I may.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
My place is at the fore.
But of course. Farewell. Will do.
Increase dodge and parry on him. They're gonna go for him, I guess. I hope so. Yeah, 0 damage. Dodge. Servitors deal that much. Hey, come on, don't... I thought we were gonna run towards, okay, and then hit you. They need to change this shit. You need to stand by the enemy and then press the ability for melee. Or they gonna swing in empty, man. Shit.
Victory is imminent. It will be done. Indeed. Not a problem for me. Too easy.
refuse.
What fucking nerd is this now? Who did this?
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I'm afraid not. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
My vow is to serve.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Was that you? Or... None will stand against me. Anything is.
Explorers know one route. Forward. Running binary override.
And they're fucking tanking their servitors.
The Omniscient knows all. Comprehends all.
Follow my lead. I will do my duty. At your beck and call. That's not the Seneschal's job. It will be done. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
Cover me!
Nothing I can't do.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Each strike is a prayer.
Imperium. On it. I have wrought your downfall.
Nice. Whatever.
I've suffered worse.
Advancing. Request approved.
This was the third fight in 6 hours. By the way.
I won't tolerate weakness. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Doors don't leave loot.
None shall stand in my way. Victory awaits.
Where are we? Okay.
A new challenge for me.
An entire 20 frames here. Is it true that the pirate Dens Belardo was your parishioner and that he endowed the Drusians with donations? It is. Dens Belardo was afraid of death and that which would await him after. He hoped to atone for his misdeeds. To accept charity from a pirate and a murderer is unbecoming of a servant of the Emperor. None are without sin.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I need to move this, see what's here.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Shit. Freaking checks, man. They got normal and core difficulty and the checks are like this. Imagine when it's gonna go on unfair. What will happen with kill checks then? One out of 100.
It's about time.
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance.
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
Who thought that was a good idea? Nothing's impossible to this old officer.
At least you can spam.
None shall
And you get
stand
XP
in my
even
way.
when you fail. I mean, after failure, when you succeed, you get XP.
Operation successful. Shameful failure.
Did you crash?
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Actually,
I'll
important
lay
to have
claim
those
to the
skill checks.
stars.
Coercion tests.
Follow my lead.
Zagdinos. Feeds and blasphemous thoughts. Fears the Emperor. Prayer, righteous thoughts. Punish the enemies of humanity. They got a bottom to press. To punish them.
New challenge for me?
Should be for the Leash Palace. So we are in chapter 2 in the game. The entire prologue and chapter 1 are missing in early access. Great cathedral.
I won't tolerate weakness.
We've lost chainsword, plasma pistol, armor, body glass. We got disarmed. When you engage in a small talk, you get a chance to take the measure of leash to Kara. His expression is aloof and focused, his gestures curt and firm, and his speech calm and quiet, as though he's used to people always listening to what he says. Judging by his observant gaze, he has been studying you in turn this whole time. Vlada straightens in his chair and says in a polite but completely indifferent tone, "Let's talk business. On behalf of the elite of Football Station, offer you my condolences, Lord von Valancius. We mourn Lady Theodora's loss. We hope the sentiment is taken as a sign of our good intentions and willingness to cooperate." Hope that under your guidance the dynasty can recover from this blow and attain even greater power. I'm impressed by your prudence. Your decision to arrive on Football incognito without announcing either the death of the previous rogue trader or your own status was quite wise. The rumors will spread sooner or later. Impossible to keep secret something that's known to the thousands of people serving on a void ship. For now you're free to reap the benefits of anonymity. As you may have noticed, Football is currently in a state of crisis. Its people would benefit from the patronage of a figure such as yourself. Who was the woman the guards threw out? A dead woman walking. Some, however, still call her Jay Haidari, small-time hustler with big ambitions that will lead her to a sticky end. Lord, Imperium check succeeded. A small-time hustler, even a particularly audacious one, wouldn't likely quarrel in the public with a figure as important as the Liege of Footfall. What seems stranger still is that Liege knows this small fry by name. She's irrelevant, since I'm the one in control of the situation on Footfall, and speak on behalf of all of its noteworthy residents. What's the situation in the region? Xenos raids are growing more frequent, trade is suffering, fringe worlds are going under. Rumors of atrocities being committed by enemies of humanity are causing excessive panic due to their exotic nature. The core of the Imperium forces in the Coronis Expanse has departed for the sector's borders to combat the Xenos threat. There's been no word from them for a while. Then again, with the distance and the current issues with astropods, that is not entirely out of the ordinary. We're not yet alone. From several of the worlds hit by Xenos attacks, we received reports of fierce warriors who descended from the sky and entered the fray. The fragmentary accounts lead me to believe that the blessed Adeptus Astartes are operating in the Coronis Expanse. I await news of their victories with great anticipation. Known as Space Marines. Genetically engineered super soldiers of the most powerful, ferocious warriors of the Imperium. Have there been any attacks of Xenos on Footfall? No. Attacking Footfall in general is not a particularly reasonable thing to do. Many ships are docked here at any given time. Should any problems arise, we will simply load ourselves onto them and disappear, leaving the invaders with nothing but barren rock. For us here, Xenos are more a source of income than a threat. You should consider your words more carefully. An admission like that sounds dangerously close to heresy. You must misunderstood. What I meant was loyal servants of the Emperor often trade their spoils here on Footfall, including those claims in battles with otherworldly beasts. Any other form of interaction with Xenos are, of course, persecuted without mercy. I was attacked right at the docks. A show of disrespect for both you and me. Sadly, such incidents on Footfall are akin to natural disasters. Footfall is a pirate den. Believe me when I say there is a difference between organized crime and gangs of thugs who have nothing to lose. You are attacked by a leader. And whereas there are a gang of punks who spit on our customs and hierarchy, even their leader is more akin to an ideologue, a rebel rouser who shouts, a commander. Sooner or later we'll find him and have him strung up. Behind a carefully built facade of composure, you sense anger. It appears that this man is not used to losing control. That's exactly what's happening. Tell me more about the gang. Using all my resources to delay the moment when the station is hit by famine. You gotten around to the Envers yet? As detrimental as they are, they're no players. Their leader is more of a troublemaker than a gang leader with a plan and ambitions. They don't issue orders, they merely incite slaughter and robberies. When the Void Red dies, the rest will scatter. Grin at him. I can tell they've been a real pain for you. Bet you love to gut those jokers, wouldn't you? Come on, admit it, you would, wouldn't you? A shark-like smile appears on Vladim's face, bloody and vicious. What sort of patronage do you seek from me? Protection. A different kind of security. Officers from Port Wonder, where you still have contacts from your days in the Navy, often talked about the whims of the Maw, the only route from Imperium to Corona's Expanse. Warp storms would at times seal the sole available path for years, and so it's impossible to predict how long this new crisis might last. They want food, because they're gonna starve. I can't be the only one you ask for help. You positive you're in control of situation? What are the terms? Delivery of food shipments for your fertile worlds. In exchange for payment. Get on your knees and ask properly, then I'll help. Get on your knees and ask properly. It actually happened, man. His eyes narrow as he gives you a calm, appraising look, then kneels, his body unaccustomed to such display of obedience moves slowly as if the air has suddenly grown thick. If this is the price for the station prosperity, I will pay it. Why is there a quarantine in the shadow quarters? Epidemic. Wish to enter the quarantine. You could have at least supplied the people trapped in with food and water. Wanna help them. He's the main dealer. Aim at Vladim's head so I can just blow your brains out and then instate a new leash. We can enter the quarantine zone now. Everything is so freaking expensive. It's literally nothing to buy. The only good thing to buy, I guess, is grenades if you wanna spam grenades, but that's it.
None shall stand in my way.
I got 5-6 open quests.
Playing to the stars.
There is no need to change the engine of the game at all, okay? They just need to polish it out. The game is great as it is. Be right back in a second. Hardest difficulty. Yeah, there are 2 difficulties to pick from. This one is harder. Can't call it the hardest. You want content, performance will suffer. Or the other way around. And you pick what you like more. In the case of Rogue Trader, even if it remains like this from 20 to 60 frames on random, it doesn't change a thing in combat. It can be 5 frames in combat. It's turn-based. It doesn't matter. Bastian Corda, Jorda. What did you wish to speak with me about? It's made differently than Vret. Okay, in Vret there's a lot of combat. Here there's very little combat. And most of it is political matters, okay, factions. 10 houses for rogue traders, 10 different houses fighting for their own rights, alright? Then Xenos, all aliens, then I don't know what else, chaos, okay? Everyone with their own interest. And it turns into a freaking political matter. From the start, since I started till now, everything is a lying, deceiving politics, culture you like. If you refuse Vlad, I'm thereby forcing him to agree to a deal with us. The Jordan dynasty can promise you a share of the profits from the future contract, as well as certain other prerequisites. Everybody benefits. And when we compare in Vret, you can forgive some parts without voice acting, because you get 5 hours of combat after it. Okay, but here, it's conversation after conversation after conversation. Without voice acting, it becomes a chore. It needs to have voice acting. Everything, even narration. If it's gonna be like this, even narration. Also, what's gonna be a huge problem for the game? Combat. They need to craft specific encounters so you can have cover, full cover, okay? Usage of high ground and so on. If it's gonna be turn-based like this and the fight lasts 15-20 minutes, it can't just happen anywhere on the map. It needs to be well thought. And so far, the first fight was in the clear fucking space without cover. How it's gonna be on unfair if it was rough on core? So you seek to rob the station blind, station that is facing famine, and you're proposing that I join your little feast of vultures. Footfall is a den of bandits and profiteers. We're gonna have a fight in the open. Again in the open, there is no cover. Fucking again in the open. And with this initiative, I'm gonna get stumped. When you roll for initiative checks, you can freaking bet this is gonna backfire. 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 16. You for fucking real? Really now? And I can't reach for cover. There's 16 of them. And they're gonna play.
Will do. Be gone.
But, come on. Come on. Come on. You don't do turn-based combat like this. You don't put characters in the open. You just don't. And this is the third time now in 4 fights. Fuck. Fuck it.
Guided by faith. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Do not dare ask.
Useless motherfucker.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. It will be done.
And also, if you ask me, because it takes so much time for every encounter, it takes a lot of time because there wasn't a single fucking fight with less than 10 enemies. It's always from 10 to 20. And then it takes a lot. It's better to have 3 proper, stronger enemies than to wait for 20 of them to play until it's your turn. It's just better. No other way to put it.
Never wavered in the face of
This
adversity.
is chapter 2, it's not prologue, it's not chapter 1.
Not a problem for me. You are before my might, filth. Already done. All too easy.
How did that work? You were not in a line. It was here. That was not supposed to work.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Let's make thanks for the follow. Please, people, stop calling it XCOM. It has nothing to do with XCOM. Not every isometric turn-based game is XCOM. Wanna play games like XCOM, you got Gears Tactics. Basically, yes, this is definitely Wasteland 3. A Warhammer edition, but with dices, okay? But it's... I can't say 90%, it's 70% similar to Wasteland 3. But as I said, why Wasteland 3 gets better turn-based combat? Because there is a lesser amount of enemies, but they bring more impact to the combat, okay? Here, I got swarmed by 20 of them 4 times in a row. Probably the game's gonna change drastically in the next 2 years. Drastically. Positioning is terrible. Terrible for turn-based game. You just don't do it like this with this positioning. You need to have some control. You have zero control, man. You have zero control who's gonna play first because it's with Dice's initiative. And you got zero control of who goes where. And where do you put your units? Like for fucking real. 20 of them and you're on the stairs. No cover. No matter where you move, there is no cover.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
But that's not even the biggest problem.
Don't leave us.
Fucking righteous fury. That's not even the biggest problem. The problem is how much time it takes from fight to fight. Okay, that's the problem. It takes a lot.
Was that you? Or anything else?
Ruinous powers in their unholy works!
I took care of this one.
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
High momentum.
Emperor, give me strength. I'll show you why navigators are feared. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I know what is to come.
If I may.
I will do my duty. Indeed. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Remain blinded as notified.
did I not foresee this? On it. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
I'll do it.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
No mercy for heretics!
It will be done. At your beck and call. It will be done.
As the tactical narrative dictates.
But of course,
See, trivial fight, how long it takes. 6 allies, 6 characters to play with, 20 enemies. And that's the core difficulty. There's only normal and core. I imagine on unfair. Imagine if you fail. One fight can go up to 2 hours. And that's why one of the many reasons why I say that Threat of the Righteous is a freaking masterpiece. Because it has combat with pause, real-time combat. And I can make a disgusting fight that should be like 40-50 minutes long on turn-based. I can make it in 30 seconds. Not here.
Follow my lead! A new challenge for me?
Also, I don't know if you realize that as far as CRPGs go, 95% of CRPGs is turn-based isometric combat. Turn-based. So is this one. They got something unique over there with real-time combat. A thing that literally doesn't exist. Baldur's Gate 2 has it. Dragon Age Origins. Pillars of Eternity 1. Yes. I don't know what to think. The first thing that I would change, immediately change, is combat positioning. You need to be able to position your squad. What's the point of starting every fight in the open if it's turn-based with half cover, full cover mechanics? You need to have a sneaking button. You need to be able to trigger the fight first. Things like that. They can drastically enhance the game.
Victory awaits!
If I go back in, anyone speaks about this attack and what on fucking earth was this?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
A man who introduced himself as a servant of the house sure does to have a word with me. Then imagine the ones I got attacked. I'm beginning to resent how frequently the people I converse with on the station wind up dead. There was only one person who stood to gain from this murder, you. First time I hear about Elden Ring DLC. A PvP DLC? No. Don't give a fuck.
shall stand in my way.
Ship goes. Ship repairs. Repairs been completed. Void ship is ready to depart. Meet with the officers in the ship's bridge.
It's about time.
Where's the ship? How do I go back to the ship? Where's the ship?
A new challenge for me?
Heinrichs. The Inquisitor. His Excellency Calcazar, the leader of Inquisitors, ordered him to join us. I can't really say no, can I? What exactly caused this need to rejoin my crew? Yo, with Rogue Trader, on Valancius, welcome the agent of the Golden Throne aboard my ship. On the letter from Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. Who annoyed me the most here? You. Now what's the Inquisitor?
Remember, innocence proves nothing.
Melee. All around melee. We're about to level up, but probably tomorrow. Where's the letter? The Emperor, faithful forever, remain in the light of his favor. Let me first express my condolences of the tragic death of the most honorable Theodora von Valancius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn the warrant of the rogue trader has been bestial worthy and promising heir. These words are not hollow compliments, but rather the Inquisition's official opinion of your person. As fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the von Valancius dynasty in an hour most dire, when grim portents of dark events become surfacing throughout the Coronis Expanse. I've been duty-bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, and hereby alert you that it is indeed coming. Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that will unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. And so I greet you as my dependable ally and assure you of my favor. From now on, you have a trusted friend within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition and a receptive confidant on whom you can rely. Should the dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices, have no doubt that such an incident will be examined in an exceedingly temperate fashion that rules out most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in your success of our partnership and thank you for your contribution, both past and future. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar.
Victory awaits.
Let me see the ship. Let me see what opened on the world map. The machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything's ready for onward travel. There is an issue must be aware of. Been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. Want to double check that out with Argonus and discovered that it does not match the one recorded in the Atlas. More than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, he started checking the paths from Atlas, one after the other. So the same thing everywhere. The warp is roiling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Warp storms are our enemies, just like heretics and demons. Shame they can't be dispersed with a flame or bolt. Now we can be certain the problems with the telepathic communication in Coronis Expanse are no coincidence. There's a warp disturbance in your way. It's following messages and disrupting familiar routes. This means you need to locate the key worlds of the von Valancius trade empire as soon as possible. I'm talking about Janus, Targonus, and Kiava Gamma, charting new routes, but they can be reached and restoring control will be the necessary next step. Now you wanna tell me that we can't find planets on the map because of the warp storm. Everything basically that belonged to the house of von Valancius is now lost. What's Kiava Gamma? A being managed by the Governor House of Gaprak supplies your empire with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus Manufactorum that processes materials and prepares them for shipment. Testify that Kiava Gamma is a world marked by the Omnissiah patronage. Okay. Tell me about the honesty. Agri-world. Food. And for the quest on the planet we currently are, they need food, so basically if we want to bring them food, we need to find Janus planet. And Argonus, heart and soul of your empire. This is where you'll publicly accept the title of a rogue trader. Thanks for the raid, Italian Spartacus. Thanks. Don't even know why I can't hear my notifications though. Still, Rick, thanks for the follow. Which world should we deal with first? Probably food. Agri world. Yeah. Still, Rick, thanks. Thanks. Delay may cost us the entire plant. I wanna see the Coronis Expanse map. All three systems are equally vital to the Empire. What will be the consequences? You have zero reputation as a rogue trader. Let me see the world map. If there is a world map, should be something. I'm that curious. There's a warp. Oribundus. Does time pass when I do it like this? And can we mine? Footfall was made out of asteroids. Can we mine or not? Mobile extracticum. I don't see a way to mine. Whatever. To the bridge, warp, travel. That's what I want to see. For the first time. Can we zoom out? Can't zoom out. Imperium, Oribundus, Coronis Expanse. Unbeholding riches. Cursed events. Hidden stars. Yen is required. Henry. Omikron sort of still. Navigators inside. Curious about the two. Yeah, I'd like to visit it. I got saves, I won't save anymore for today. We're just gonna talk about the game a bit. And I wanna see this map. And I'm done because I woke up in 6 AM. Ice World. That's encyclopedia. What's a space dust? Cargo, energy battery. Straight out of Mass Effect, yeah. How many maps do I expect? A lot. Really a lot. 100. 200 maybe, considering the scale of the map. What you get out of scanning. Again, scan is required. Basically, we should be at Foothold and do side quests. Pirates. Steppe World. Drifting Void Ship, Burning World, Jungle World. Gas Giant. Attack the pirates, flee to the war. Attack the pirates, let me see what happens. Is it a ship battle or classic turn-based? It's a fucking ship battle. I was right a few weeks ago when I said what's gonna happen. How do we fight this? Macro battery. Star shields. Let's class destroyer. Companions have special abilities on a ship also.
This one's going down. course. Another salvo! Unleash our vengeful salvo!
Front. Turn this. Holy shit. You can move plasma torpedoes. There was a ship, I saw something. Okay, whatever.
Set the course.
Stop the planets prepare. Okay.
Lead them.
Did you even hit?
Onward. Fire right now!
That takes so much freaking time. What?
Annihilate them! Set the course. Fire the lance batteries!
Escaping?
The time has come. Lead them!
This takes a lot. A long time.
Torpedoes locked! Onward! Unleash our vengeful salvo! Set the course. Fire the lance batteries! Onward! Macro cannons, volley! Annihilate them!
Spoils. Nothing gay. also land on it.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Or has no power.
Follow my lead. Intriguing.
Color the uncolored.
That wasn't so
Making adjustments.
It's about time. I'll lay claim to the stars.
Cool part now. Compared to that first planet, this is way much better. Mad Tech Priest.
Victory awaits. None shall stand in my way. I won't tolerate weakness.
Operation successful.
Turns out to be a huge map.
We shall prevail. Nothing I can't do. Come to me. I'm always ready. Nothing I can't do. Doubt is for the weak. Not my specialty.
I won't
A
die
new challenge
here.
for me.
Jesus Christ.
We shall prevail. All too easy.
Observed. Commencing propagation protocol. Cross them. The Emperor is on our side. But of course, Captain. Don't break!
Think about passing the key.
It's about time.
I would need to play more, but after nearly 8 hours in a game, then I can give my first impressions after 8 hours in a game. And then we're gonna stop for today because I woke up in 6 AM, now it's nearly 12 PM. Okay, first of all, it's early access. Okay. And this game is a year, if not even 2 years away from the full release, the final release. We gotta have that in mind. Graphics will be better. Optimization, combat, perhaps the entire game is gonna be voice acted too, and so on and so forth. So every aspect of the game is gonna get better. We gotta have that in mind. As far as the story goes, pretty similar story to Breath of the Righteous. Again, you're a captain, commander, and this time, instead of inheriting a crusading army, you inherit a ship, a rogue trader battleship. And you need to build your name in Koronus Expanse. Because the previous owner died. That's the story. The prologue is missing, the first chapter is missing. You start from chapter 2 on level 15. I seen no character progression, not a single level in 8 hours. So basically leveling is right now, I can easily say it's non-existent. There were only 4 classes to pick and so on and so forth. Now, I was speaking about the story. I like conversations. The game is true to the Warhammer. Like really, fans will love it. Everything is there that you expect out from a Warhammer 40k is there. And probably the biggest Warhammer project ever in terms of a video game. As far as performance goes, it varies, okay. At 1 second I had 1 frame per second. I would say that average depends on the map you're playing, but average frame rate on high settings is around 30 or so. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. That's not a main issue at all. From the game time, I heard it's a 50 hours long chapter. As far as difficulty goes, you can play only on normal and core difficulty. All other difficulties do not exist right now. I can't speak much about the difficulty. It's not a hard game. At least on a core, it's not hard. Not about maps, a world map, how you scan areas to transition around Koronus. I think it's Koronus Expanse. It's done. I like it a lot. It's done brilliantly, okay? Like, this is amazing. And you discover other systems, okay? In each one you have a few planets, ship battles, things to discover, okay? Call it like dungeon crawling part, as well as main maps. And the map is fucking huge. I can't wait for them to finish the entire game so I can make my decision, but this is a really great part. Graphics on high settings are nothing special. I guess they're gonna be better on a full release. That's like the last thing they should do, enhance the graphics. Because right now, Wrath of the Righteous looks better than Rogue Trader in early access. That doesn't mean that Rogue Trader won't look better than Wrath of the Righteous. It will. And gameplay, in 8 hours, 4 battles in total. That's a battle per 2 hours. Way much less combat than in Wrath of the Righteous. 80% of the game is talking. Reading, talking. I can't say how it's not fun. It is, especially for Warhammer fans. But only 20% of it so far was combat. As far as combat goes, it's turn-based. And it's slow. And it's not done well yet. The game throws you in the middle of the map, and the game uses half cover and full cover system. And it throws you in the open. It threw me in 4 fights, it threw me in the open in 3 fights. I can't reposition, I can't reallocate. I don't even want to imagine how tough it's gonna be on harder difficulties if we lack stealth and positioning. For initiative and who plays first, you roll dices. If you roll bad dices, you're basically fucked. It doesn't matter if you know how to play or not, you're fucked. As far as other part of gameplay goes, everything that I've seen in Wrath of the Righteous is here, okay? Discovering traps, secrets, treasure, how you interact with objects, with NPCs, all of that is exactly the same now, they just different skill checks. Now it's tech use. Coercion to intimidate, this is basically intimidate, they could easily call it intimidate instead of confusing players. Lore, knowledge, arcana, now it's lore warp, lore Imperium, okay? Like that part with skill checks in the gameplay, exactly the same. The game, okay, I need to play more. I only played 8 hours, but what I've seen with combat, it throws 20 enemies on you, and then it throws NPCs, and then everyone takes like 15-20 seconds to play. And the fight that should last like 30 seconds lasts 30 minutes. Without failure. If you fail and reload, God forbid, it's gonna last an hour, if not even more on harder difficulties. That's atrocious. There are 2 solutions. Less enemies, harder enemies, more tactics, or some fast combat button. If it doesn't have real time with pauses, at least speed up combat like 10 times. What else? A leveling part, I can't speak about it. I don't receive a single level, there is no character creation in alpha, you receive a hero on level 15, and you receive all companions on level 15. There are no classes, there's this only fighter, leader, adept, soldier, and then they transcend into assassin, veteran, strategist, vanguard, but I can't speak about it, there's nothing to speak about it. I barely got XP in 8 hours of playtime. Itemization, it's crystal clear. Okay. And it's done very well. But I haven't found useful items in 8 hours. That's subject to change drastically till the full release is out, for sure. Both leveling, options, items, all of that is gonna change God knows how many times. As far as enemies go, I only seen human enemies in 8 hours. I've seen servitors. I haven't seen a single demon, single chaos spawn, or other alien races, Xenos. So I can't speak much about it too. They are in the game for sure. I know they are basically all Xenos types. Music is phenomenal. The best main theme I heard in a while. Also atmospheric music during the game. It's absolutely crazy good. Lack of voice acting is... on this type of game, it's so fucking impactful, okay? To read everything is a freaking pain in the ass. There's a lot of text. Narration is needed, full voice cover is needed. If not full, partial, whatever, just not to read the entire game. And probably it's gonna be partial, similar to Breath of the Righteous. But if you ask me, this game with some great narration would be freaking epic. All in all, what it is, it looks like Breath of the Righteous. It doesn't have to do anything with Breath of the Righteous of how it plays. Most similar game to this one would be Wasteland 3. It's like 70% same as Wasteland 3 as far as combat goes. As far as exploration goes and how you resolve quests, how you talk with NPCs and so on, that's Breath of the Righteous. But combat, doesn't have to do anything with Breath of the Righteous. Completely different game. It's basically a simplified version of Breath of the Righteous. Because Breath of the Righteous was complex as hell. And this one will appease more players, I guess. Rogue Trader. More people will be able to play this game. And like it, because it's less complex. I guess they're gonna aim for audience, which is a good thing. And there's a lot of Warhammer fanboys out there. They're all gonna play this. There is no better Warhammer game. Even now in early access, there is no better Warhammer game. There's just not. This is the best that you're gonna see out of Warhammer 40k. We're gonna continue playing. That's the first impression, okay? Only after 8 hours. And I'm dead bloody tired. Tomorrow I'll step onto it and I'll play for 10-12 hours. Maybe I change my opinion. Potential of this game is huge, but it all depends how they resolve combat, speed, or better to say pace. Pace and immersion. The two most important things. Pace, balancing, and immersion. Pace goes with balancing together. Those would be the most important things. You resolve it with, as far as immersion goes, with narration, with voice cover. And pacing, it needs to be faster. It just needs to be faster. If you want, that's the problem basically with all turn-based games, okay? It doesn't matter what you play and what type of turn-based game. Is it isometric, cards, CRPG, I don't know, roguelikes, like Darkest Dungeon. That's the problem of turn-based games. Now, how Darkest Dungeon 2 resolved the issue? It's fucking fast. That's how. It's fast and smooth. One animation, bam, a second, immediately another one plays. Enemy, they play, they do not think, they do it in like a second or two, and then combat goes fast. Okay, here when I need to wait for 6 NPCs to play and 20 enemies, I forgot what I wanted to do, man. I forgot where I am. So pace, balancing, and immersion through voice acting. Everything else looks perfect. I won't even rate the game because I need to play a lot, and there's gonna be chapters. Also, what's the huge issue is they gave us chapter 2 instead of giving us prologue and chapter 1, so we can start from level 1, see basic things, okay, see the leveling, classes, how it goes, interact with companions for the first time, get to know them. Let's see the ship, let's see the first owner of the ship, that Theodora, whatever the hell they call her. No, they throw you in chapter 2 and then you got like 50 skills and spells unlocked, weapons, items, companions act like they know you and you don't know them, so you completely lose immersion there. Weird decision to start from chapter 2. And what's even worse, when you play through that conversation with companions, you discovered what happened in chapter 1. And in prologue, you discovered that there was a previous owner of the ship that died from chaos. And you inherited the ship instead of seeing it on your own. I wanted to see that part on my own without getting to know it through companions, through the story. So basically, the more you play into chapter 2, the bigger the spoilers are for prologue and chapter 1. Unless they plan to change the game drastically, but I doubt. That's the story. You are the new owner of the ship. We play tomorrow. When I wake up, we're gonna play the entire day. Still early to tell. That's only the first impressions again. Potential of this game. For Warhammer fanboys, better than Wrath of the Righteous. For me personally, I don't know yet. It's gonna be a great CRPG, a huge one, immersive, probably also extremely hard and so on. But it's still early access. I like what I've seen in like 70-80% of time. The thing that worries me the most is the combat. Like, it really worries me. Okay, combat. If you want to do turn-based combat with half cover, full cover mechanics, you got Wasteland 3. You got freaking XCOM. You got Gears Tactics. To see how it actually works, you need to have crafted maps for combat. You can't just throw enemies out of nowhere and there is no cover. And they roll the initiative. And they get to play first and ram your ass. No. Just no. You don't do it like that. You gotta have a crafted map with cover. You gotta be able to position and then roll the dice for initiative. But you need to position. And yeah, it's overwhelming because it starts from chapter 2. It wouldn't be overwhelming if it started from prologue and chapter 1. It would be great. But yes, when you enter in chapter 2, level 15, you don't know shit, then yeah, it's overwhelming. I'm disappointed that there is no real-time pause. I don't even think about it. I know it's turn-based and I'm cool with it. I want to see how to fix turn-based. How it can be fixed. How it's gonna be faster, smoother. That's what I'm interested in. Not if it's gonna have real-time with pauses, but to see a better turn-based combat. Basically, yes, it's a mix of Wasteland 3 and Pathfinder. When's the full release? God knows. In a year, 2 from now. Will I wait for the full game despite problems I just talked about? I'll finish this. I'll play it non-stop. Okay. I'll play it non-stop. No matter the problems, it's early access. It's supposed to have problems. That's why it's early access. Guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. We continue this tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I'm off to bed. Next stream when I wake up. In around 10, 11, 12 hours from now. So see you back soon.